Hello and welcome to today's practice. Today is day 2 of the pain relief for fibromyalgia, chronic pain. Today we're just going to move through a gentle stretch. So again, these practices are for just sort of relaxing and stretching out the body. There's nothing too intense, so it is very beginner friendly. So if you guys are ready, we're just gonna start today just in a seated position. So find somewhere where you can get comfortable. Maybe begin to close the eyes. And just finding a few moments of stillness. So as you pull that breath in through your nose, maybe start to notice the chest lifting. And then softly releasing that exhale out from the mouth. And again, inhale. And exhale. I want you to continue that breath work for just a few moments, for about another minute. So not really forcing anything, but just allowing the body to sort of settle in. And as we breathe, I want you to start to just notice, maybe take inventory of how your body feels. If there's anything that just feels out of place, maybe your muscles feel tight, you are hurting somewhere, it just doesn't feel quite like it should or quite like you want it to. I just want you to be aware and notice how that feels. And then softly, you're going to take a breath in. The next time you exhale, I just want you to drop your chin towards your chest. Maybe take a moment so you're not hunching forward, but rather the shoulders are lifting. Good. Take just a moment. As you inhale, I want you to look all the way up. And then exhale, releasing that breath out of the body. Good. Again, inhale up. And exhale. Gently bring the chin towards your chest. Good. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. This time I want you to slowly start to take the chin over to the right. Inhale as you come up and over. And exhale as you come down and around. Again, just taking your time to really notice how this feels in the body. As we move through practice today, I want you to notice how the body responds to you. So being intentional about our movement changes how our body reacts. So I know that we go through the days and we do things every single day. Pause the bottom. Gently reverse that direction. So rather than just going through another motion, just doing what we feel like we're being told to do or what is routine for us, being intentional about our movement and our breath work can really change the way our body starts to respond. So just one more, nice and slow. Good. The next time that your chin comes towards your chest, I want you to pause. Take a moment. Again, you're sitting up, so almost as if You have an invisible string pulling up your spine. You're just relaxing the chin down. Good. Inhale, bring that head back to center. So taking just a moment to warm up the shoulders. I want you to inhale and exhale. Take the shoulders back and down. And again. And release. Good. One more. And softly release. And then pause just for a moment before you reverse that direction. So taking the shoulder blades together this time, you're going to bring the shoulders forward. Again, your hands can rest in your lap. They can rest on your thighs, whatever feels good. You can also do this with your eyes open or closed. For me, I always find my practice is more intimate, more connected if I have my eyes closed. So again, it's just doing what feels right for you. And then soften for just a moment. I want you to take the arms all the way out, open up the chest. Maybe reach behind you, interlace those fingers just for a moment, just to open up, look up. Release. You're going to take those arms out in front of you. You're going to pull those fingers back on that left hand. So again, just a gentle stretch to stretch the inside of the arm. Good. Take just a moment. Good. Release those fingers, point them down. Same thing. Just a little, maybe massage of the wrist. And then we're going to move to the other side. So same thing, right fingertips press back this time. And taking your time. And then releasing those fingertips towards the ground. Good, take just a moment. Good, I want you to inhale, open those arms again. As you exhale, bring the forearms together. We're going to do that 4 more times. Inhale, open up. Exhale, close. Rounding the spine, so almost as if we're in a seated cat-cow. Inhale. And open. Good. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Take a moment here, just of stillness. Maybe just again, check in with your body, notice how you feel. And then slowly, I want you to start to lean forward as we go in for a seated forward fold. So I want you to notice which foot is closer to you, because we're going to swap that up in just a second. But I want you just to walk your fingertips out in front of you and making sure that the back of the bottom, the hip bones don't lift off the floor. So if you feel like this is too much for you, always back off. And then once you find your edge, I want you to softly relax your chin towards your chest. So again, just coming forward, little stretch, reaching forward. Take 2 breaths here. Good. I want you to slowly lift just enough to look out over your thumbs, and you're going to take the left hand over to the left and the right's going to follow. You're going to tent up on those fingertips. Take a nice breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to soften a little bit. So again, making sure that this right cheek, this hip doesn't start to lift. You just want to get a little bit of length in that side body. Again, this should not feel painful. It should feel just like a gentle stretch. Good. Take another full breath in and out. Good. As you inhale, you're going to look over those fingertips You're gonna come back to center for just a moment, and then you're gonna walk yourself back up. This is where we're gonna swap those legs. Maybe you extend the legs out for just a moment, especially if you have a lot of knee pain or if this feels tight in the knees. Just being mindful of that. Whichever leg was closer will now be on the outside and vice versa. So again, maybe just taking a nice breath in. You can even raise the arms here if this feels good. As you exhale those hands, down through your heart center, you're just gonna reach out to the center once again. Maybe you start to notice this right hip starting to engage just a little bit. Then soften that head down. Soften the hands, maybe the palms make connection with the earth. Slowly inhale, you're gonna take a hand over to the right this time. Good, left hand will follow. And take a nice breath in as you tend up on those fingertips, and then softly relax. Again, making sure that this hip doesn't lift off the mat. If it does, you can always pull back just a little bit. And then soften in for a breath or two. Again, notice as you inhale, maybe the side body starting to open under the armpit. Getting a little more length on that side. Good, last breath. And slowly you're gonna come back to center. You're gonna take another breath in. So nice breath in and out. Good. Slowly you're gonna begin to walk those fingertips back towards you, taking just a moment. Good. You're gonna move the feet this time just out in front of you. So feet on the mat. You're gonna take a moment. So we're gonna take a little bit of a seated cat-cow. So I'm gonna turn to the side so that you can see what this looks like from the side. So again, just those feet out in front of you. You're gonna take a nice deep breath in. As you release, you're gonna round that spine, inhale. Exhale. And then as you inhale, you're gently gonna pull forward, inhale. And then exhale. Good, let's do that a few times. Inhale. And exhale. Good, really curving, tucking that belly button in towards the spine. Good, inhale forward. And exhale. Take it back. Good, last one. Inhale, come forward. And exhale. Gently round. Good. Inhale, you're softly going to come back to center. I want you just to let the legs rest out in front of you. The soles of the feet can come together if that feels good. But I want you to take a nice deep breath. Inhale, arms reach. As you exhale, you're going to open. So just a little thing to work these shoulders and shoulder blades. For me, there's a lot of pain that rests into my shoulder blades. Sometimes I just wake up with it. I don't know particularly what causes it, but I am very sure that it is related to the fibromyalgia. And so this really feels good. It's kind of a gentle way to warm things up. So again, inhale and open. Good. Inhale, reach. And exhale. Good. Just two more. Inhale, reach. And exhale. Good. Last one. Inhale, reach. And exhale, soften. Good. Slowly release those hands. You're gonna stretch that left leg out in front of you. Right leg is gently gonna come across that left leg, okay? So you're gonna inhale, take those arms up, and then you're gonna gently twist to the right. So left arm reaches, good. Take a moment, settle in. If you need to, you can always grab around the front of the knee. This can be as intense or as gentle as you want it to be. So again, just finding what feels right for you here, and then take a moment. Good. Slowly, I want you to unwind the body, and then you're gonna take that left leg over to the right this time. Again, readjust as necessary, and then you're gonna inhale, lift those right fingertips. Left fingertips come back behind as again, you come across just for that gentle twist. Good, again, just settling in. Sitting up nice and tall. Good, take a moment. Slowly start to release as you come back to the center. I want you to bring the soles of your feet together. So if you have a bolster or a pillow, maybe even a block, you can always just sort of rest this for a little extra restorativeness, or you can use it for just a little support, extra support if you need it. You honestly don't have to use it at all. It just really depends on how your body feels. So if you do have a bolster, I want you to take a nice deep breath in, and then as you exhale, you're just gonna gently start to fold the hips. So notice the hips here as they fold forward. Maybe you just begin to rest your forehead on the bolster. If your forehead doesn't reach, that's okay. We're not looking for depth. So again, you can always stack your hands up, or if you have a block, or maybe it just feels good to come forward. So whatever feels right, just take a moment. Soften your chin to chest. Take a nice deep breath in. Maybe getting a little length in the spine. So as you inhale, notice that breath separating each vertebrae. Make sure that you're pressing all of that air out of your body. Good, one more breath. And then slowly, I want you to start to press yourself up. Bring the knees together. Maybe take just a moment if you need it. Take the knees side to side. Good, and then you're just gonna come on to all four. So again, if you have knee issues, you can always take a blanket or a towel and put down. You can even double up your mat if you need to. Otherwise, we're just going to meet here for a moment, just for some circles. So again, maybe taking the hips side to side. Sometimes my hips are super sore. So again, it doesn't matter which way you go, because we're gonna go both directions. So again, just taking your time. Maybe exhaling as you come back, inhaling as you come forward. Good, just noticing how those hips feel as you move. And then when you're ready, you can reverse that direction. So inhaling, coming around that other side, and then softly releasing. Again, trying to keep that breath sort of in line with your movement. So maybe inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you come back. Good, one more wherever you are. And we're going to soften into this child's pose. So again, if you have a pillow or a bolster and you want to use it, you can always bring it out in front of you, slide it in, and then softly relax the body over. So whatever feels right for you here, you can just relax your head down. You can take a cheek to the bolster, or you can just rest your forehead on your hands or the bolster, whatever feels good. And again, you don't have to use it if you don't want it. So just taking a few breaths here, deciding what feels right for you in this posture. Good, and I'm just gonna do the variation with and without it. So again, just deciding what you need. Your arms can be outstretched. They can rest just at the base of your neck, whatever feels right. Again, you have 3 breaths once you settle in. And softly, we're going to start to bring ourselves all the way up, pressing one hand into the mat and then the other. And I want you just to come all the way onto your back. So you can take your feet off to one side and then gently come all the way on to your back. So take a moment, settle in, softly relaxing the body. Just noticing how that little bit of movement feels. You can bring your hands to your belly if that feels good. Now we're just going to start to take that right leg up. You can grab behind the thigh. You can reach for the outer sole of your right foot or your peace fingers around your big toe. Now you have an option here. So this is just a half happy baby. So you can leave the left knee bent if that feels good, or you can take it out all the way. Again, this is your practice, so just deciding what you need and how you need is completely up to you. And take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to softly relax the muscles. Relax that left leg. Relax through the right thigh, the hip. Just taking another breath. Slowly, you're going to start to slide left leg back. You're going to release wherever you have that left leg, and you're just going to take it up just for a moment to roll that ankle and then set it back down. Same thing, left knee comes into your chest. You decide either behind the thigh, you can reach for the outer sole of your foot, your calf, or peace fingers around your big toes. Whatever feels good. And then this right leg, again, it can stay bent or it can stretch out long. Just wherever you are, take a moment. Don't rush to settle in. Don't rush to fit in. Take a moment to notice what your body is really asking for. Once you find that soft spot, I want you to settle in. So releasing the muscles through the leg, the hip. Just allowing the weight of the arm to naturally pull the leg down just a little bit. So again, another breath in. Exhale, softening all the way through. Good, and then slowly you're going to release that leg all the way up. You can slide that right leg back just for some extra support. Maybe both knees start to come into your chest. Good, and then
and find a comfortable spot for just a little meditation. So again, softening through, working those shoulder blades away from one another. You have a bolster, or if you have a pillow, you can tuck it underneath you for a little support here. You can tuck it underneath the knees, whatever feels good for you. Again, just getting into that comfortable space for just about a minute or two. And then just let the body relax. So I just want you to close your eyes. Let the breath be natural, so not having to focus on deep breathing. Just allow the breath to naturally flow in and out of the body. And each time you exhale, I want you to soften a part of your body. So for this first time, we're going to soften the scalp. Into the facial muscles, so that space between your eyes. Maybe down the bridge of your nose, into your cheeks. Allow the tongue to just rest heavy in the mouth, so not pressing up against the roof of your mouth, but just softly relaxing. Maybe a little space in between the teeth. Your throat softens. And into the chest, the collarbone, all the way from the shoulders to the very tips of your fingers. Softly through the chest, the diaphragm, and into your belly. Down through the legs, the thighs, the hip joints, your knees, your shins, all the way to the very tips of your toes. You soften and relax. As you allow the body to just simply be, I want you just to breathe. Allowing every thought, everything else to just sort of melt away. Your body and your mind start to feel like they're just drifting. I don't want you to have any resistance here, but rather submission for this space. For the next minute, I want you to welcome that into your mind, your body, and your soul. Shavasana. little deeper into your belly. And as you exhale, start to move the fingers and the toes. Good. I want you to inhale, take the arms over your head. Stretch those feet. And as you exhale, I want you to roll onto your right side for just a moment. Just finding that fetal shape. And if you have time, you're welcome to stay right here. Stay as long as you need. You can pause the video. Otherwise, I want you to gently start to make your way up to a seat, just so that we can close out practice. Gently, I want you to bring your hands to your heart, maybe bow your head, thanking yourself for stepping on the mat, because maybe today you didn't feel like it. Maybe the pain from just trauma over the years, things that have stored in our body, has just made some days unbearable. But find a little gratefulness for your practice, for yourself, for your very being, for taking this in today, for doing something just for you. Wherever you go the rest of your day, the rest of your practice, the rest of your week, know that you are not alone on this journey, that you are cared for, that you have purpose, and above all else, you are enough. Namaste.